I mean,
Welcome to Coffee Conversations with Les and Paul, 30 Minutes for God.
A podcast sponsored by Piedmont Road Church of Christ and Ministry League.
We're here to discuss Bible topics just as if we're asking Jesus himself. I am Paul Sperlin.
And I am Les Sandifer. We hope you will enjoy our relaxed Bible-based discussions.
Thanks for joining us as we think about and talk about all those things we've asked Jesus over a cup of coffee. Welcome to the show,
Coffee Conversations.
Les and Paul
Hey, Paul,
with Jesus.
why did Mozart resent chickens?
Say that one more time.
I know.
I didn't need that.
Why did Mozart resent chickens?
I don't know.
Because all they would do is go, bark, bark, bark.
Well, that was his name. You got the one. I'm laughing at. That's good. That's good.
We started off with a laugh.
There we go.
It's very
That's really
exciting.
good. Very exciting.
What's a chicken's favorite dessert?
Oh, you said this earlier.
I know. Coop cakes.
Coop cakes.
Coop cakes.
You got the thing. Do the ba.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember which one it is.
No, that's it. That's the one. That's the one. That's funny. That's funny.
It was funny. It was funnier though.
Oh,
No, that one's
also
that one's
applicable.
actually pretty good. It's in there somewhere.
Well, hit the rest of them. We've already started. There we go.
There it is.
And what's the other ones you got? You got like four more. Nah,
You don't like that
two
one?
fairy dust. Ooh, that sounds like a fart.
It was weird.
I said fart. Sorry. Oh, they're excited about that one.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
All right.
And there's one you didn't hit. What's that one up there?
Oh, that's the music.
Oh,
That's the intro music.
We've already done that.
What kind of car does a chicken drive?
Oh, you just said these. Why do I not remember this stuff?
A
This
Coupe
is
de
terrible.
Ville.
A Coupe de Ville. I like it. I like it. I'd drive a Coupe de Ville.
All right.
The Beach Boys, I think, sang a song about that.
What's with all the chicken jokes?
We're going to find out in just a few minutes. We hope that you have your coffee because we have, we have ours. I think you have coffee.
Yes.
Taking care of
I
business,
do.
folks. We're taking care of business. That's what we're doing. Hope you have your coffee, you have your Bible open.
Welcome to Wednesday morning.
This is Wednesday, so it's live with Les and Paul. 30 minutes for God. And so
Midweek Bible study day.
Yeah. So
For
hopefully
most-
you're making your time to getting ready for church tonight, or if you're a
Trying to get through your work day so you can get there.
preacher type, you will speak at your summer series. I guess those are winding down for you. Ours is June through July. Ours is June through August. I literally scheduled them. So we got the end of this month.
You
So we
put
got a couple more.
all the people together.
Yeah.
And then can't remember the dates.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, but we're closing in on it. This will be our last episode for our summer series.
That's right.
Then we'll take a little break and we'll get season 3 started in September.
But don't worry, you can still go to Ministry League or Spotify
Mhm.
and start or continue your study of Romans, Revelation, if you'd like. We
Oh,
have
yeah.
that show still out there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this show. I mean, this is what episode? Man, we've
Whatever.
been doing this for a couple of years now.
It's episode whatever.
It's a lot. Exactly. Episode whatever.
It's number next.
It is number next, and it is the end of this season.
That
And
hurts
so-
my ears when a preacher says it.
Me too. It drives me nuts.
I don't like number next.
Number next.
Number next.
What was the last number? Because whatever that was, the next number is that number. Say it that way.
So the title of this show is
Don't
the
be weird.
Alpha Chicken.
Alpha chicken. Are you the alpha chicken of your life?
Are you the top of the heap? Do you think of yourself as the top of the heap or the least of the
The
peeps?
least of the peeps.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about peeps for a minute.
What does that translate into? One word.
Sugar
we talking
induced marshmallows.
No.
Peeps.
That is not one word.
That's true.
Oh, but yeah, I get where you're going. Pink or
can't find
yellow?
one. I mean, yellow because I'm a dude. Because out of the two, obviously, I don't go pink.
Charlotte
Of course.
does not care.
No, she'd go pink.
Load up on the pink and yellow. Yeah, she likes
Especially
the pink
now.
peeps, but I mean, if the peeps are on the shelves,
Yeah,
she's getting whatever
Whatever's
color
there.
they have.
whatever's glistening sugar.
Do they have more colors than pink and yellow?
I think so. It's like blue, red,
Oh,
different
I think
ones.
there is a blue.
Yeah, different
Hmm.
ones.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the peep is just the least of it. The alpha part is what it is. We're talking about I guess how you carry yourself,
Yeah.
how you deal with certain situations, and certain things. You are the alpha, and certain situations you are the peep. It just really depends on the situation, how you're doing, and let's explain to them what that means.
We're mostly talking about family, so we're going to kind of stay in the vein of how you interact with your family members.
Right.
But we're really talking about the concept of humility
Mm-hmm.
in your life. Paul's right, though. I mean, there are times where when as the man in the house, you're expected to kind of lead the charge.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's an aspect to which you're supposed to be the top of the heap. This actually comes from the Better Conference that we had here last week.
Great
And
event, by the way.
and it was a note I just wrote down when Bill Watkins was doing the second of his presentations, I believe. And I wrote 2 or 3 notes down from that particular session. But one of the ones I wrote down was the alpha chicken. He was really talking about, I mean, his lesson was to preachers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better conference for preachers. So he was really talking to the preachers about how they conduct themselves in their work within a congregation.
Right.
And Bill pointed out over and over again that the elders are fundamentally the biggest part of that
Yeah, they're in charge.
that conversation. But
They're the shepherds.
preachers have a perception within a congregation sometimes, and they can think maybe too highly of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to be careful where you sit in the pecking order, or where you want to sit in the pecking order, or how you
Right.
act. But we took that and extrapolated it from purely just talking about preachers to really the concept of how you interact within your families.
Right.
And this applies to you, Mr. Father,
Mr. Man.
you, Mrs.
Father.
Mama,
Yeah.
you kids. I mean, any role you have in the family this kind of applies the same way.
Mhm.
Although there are times, like you said, the father needs to take charge and be the alpha chicken,
Mhm.
the top of the heap.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking at Philippians chapter 2 on the subject matter. Do nothing. This is verse 3 from Philippians chapter 2. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves.
Big deal right there.
How does that play out in your personal life within your family? I mean,
Well, it's simple because
It is.
it's Christian.
yes.
It's what the Lord wants us to do. It's thinking of others before yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be selfish.
Do you think that works out good if you treat your wife and your kids in a way that you're
I think
really
it works
concerned
out-
about them?
I think it works out good in every relationship.
That's true.
Treat the other person better than you.
Well, and if you're doing it
But also,
if you're doing it within the house, you're going to do it outside.
that's true.
Probably.
That's true. That's true. And you're
You
doing
think?
you're doing a great job of keeping it in the family. And I'm trying to send it outwardly, but with this
it
about
needs
family,
it needs to be both.
it does. It
Because
does,
if you
for sure.
if you start within one of the challenges we have, and I say we in the sense of human beings in general, is
Mhm.
that I think our toughest place to do all of these things is within the family, because we spend so much time there
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes it's easier with
That's
people that
true.
are outside of your family, because you can be on guard, you can be whatever you can be in your best behavior for a short period of time, and with your family you're with them all the time.
Sometimes you take for granted those that you live with because you're with them all the time, and you forget. Wait a minute, I need to treat them good because I live with them, I love them, and I either provide for them or I'm a part of this family unit. I'm going to be there. I'd like to quote. I don't know the exact quote, but Trey and Lee Morgan, who also do the Stronger Marriages podcast for us for Ministry League, and Fun fact, also speakers for Exposure Youth Camp coming up this
Oh,
December. Yeah, that we got them coming.
Nice.
Doing a guys and girls class and then doing a marriage class for adults. So really excited about that. But Trey Lee Morgan, that they were on an interview not too long ago, their podcast just last week. And the thing they said was the thing to keep their marriage strong is to treat each other better than they deserve.
Mm.
And I think that goes to this very passage. I think it really goes to the fact that, and even understanding too, and not to, push every podcast in the ministry league, but Lonnie Jones would even say this. Lonnie Jones would talk a lot about the importance of family and the way you treat people. And so putting those together, I think we see where that it's important to raise everybody else up and to encourage them as best that we can. Because you're going to find yourself ahead. But the things Lonnie said, and I got this from him, and it's absolutely true. Anything that is selfish, anything that comes across your life selfish, is due to and will bring about sin. Every single, and look at every sin. Every sin in your life comes from an act of being selfish. Every single one of them. So let's get rid of the selfishness in our life, which helps to call out some sin. We're not perfect,
right?
We'll make mistakes, but that helps. But also with the Trey Lee thing, it's like treat your spouse, treat your husband, your wife better than they deserve. At home, but also in public. We talked about that on this show.
Yeah,
it is honor each other at home, yes, but also in front of others, because that's going to go a long way with your significant other, and it's also going to tell the world that they love their family, that he loves his wife or she loves her husband because of that. And that comes back to the humility part. And it shows the importance of the camaraderie, the love of a family. But like you said, also outside of family, when you deal with a brethren, when you deal with people at church and in community and anybody really, really respect them. What I see too many times is folks that disrespect non-Christians because they haven't yet obeyed the gospel. Okay. And I'm like, well, you're never going to get them if you disrespect a person because they don't know who Jesus is. Maybe it's your job to make sure they find out who Jesus is. Be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. And that's where the king of the hill thing, or the chicken on the alpha chicken deal,
top of the heap.
It's like, oh no, walk down the hill and meet folks and spend time with folks and share that humility that Les just read about for us here in Philippians 2.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. It is one of those things that can be a challenge for us, I suppose, as we interact with people in our lives.
Yep.
I was listening to you talk about how you treat your spouse, and we did talk about that on another show, and it just occurred to me that maybe we hadn't talked a whole lot about how children react to their parents in public, because this show is really probably mostly geared towards a grown-up adult audience, if that's the way to put it. But we could have teenagers watching or younger. It's possible.
Yeah.
My great nephew, got to get the correlation right, has listened to our show some. And he's going to walk away with some nuggets. And one of those nuggets is be mindful of how you treat your parents, how the world sees you treating your parents, because it will always matter, and it will always matter to God how you have that relationship.
Yeah.
And truthfully, it extends into how you treat other adult figures in your life that are like a father or a mother, or of that age. But if you just feel comfortable disrespecting your parents, you're going to disrespect the others when you interact with them in life, right?
You're going to have a terrible life. I'm sorry. If you'll disrespect your parents, you're
because
you're heading
nothing's
down a
off
road
limits
that's not
at
great.
that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So really, for us, it's important. We're talking about, as we wind this down, about relationships within the family, but it is important to emphasize to the kids, you have a responsibility in this as to being humble, and counting your parents is more significant than you. Maybe even a greater need for that, because
that being said too, not everybody had great parents. So I guess what we're saying is those who raise you, those who take care of you, those who want to try to influence you for good. That's what we're looking at. And we pray for good parents.
Yeah.
We pray for parents to do right and to honor their spouse, and parents to love each other and to love their kids and not get weird, but to make sure the kids see that you love your wife or that the wife loves her husband in the home. And I think there's too much of stand away. I don't want to be weird, and that there's no communication there to understand that too. There's a lot of levels to this discussion.
Yep.
But one thing I'd like to mention, and I'll probably mention it on another show later this week, but I want to say it here. I had an opportunity yesterday to, for the second time in my life, only the second time in my life, to meet my childhood hero, Dale Murphy, who played center field for the Atlanta Braves through the 80s and 90s. But because his morals were great, he wasn't a member of the church, but his morals were great player, clean player, productive, did well. A great talent on a really bad Braves team. And as bad as the Braves are now, they've been bad. They've been worse. Trust me, with less talent. Sorry. But Dale Murphy was a class act. He was awesome. And I got to meet him yesterday. That his store, the restaurant closed yesterday because of the renovation of the mall and everything. Anyway, hold on a thing. But I wouldn't know who Dale Murphy is without Bob Sperlin, my dad. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I wouldn't be a Star Wars fan if it weren't for Bob Sperlin. I'm a big, sorry, I may lose folks. I don't care. I'm a big Alabama Roll Tide fan. And I know, but that is because of Bob Sperlin. I mean, I'll take all 18 national championships. It's okay. Anyway, the point is, things were introduced to me by my dad and my mom.
Were they all sports related?
Well, Star Wars isn't sports related.
Oh, that's true.
But most of them are. I played sports. I'm a guy. But something else that my dad introduced me to is Jesus.
There you go.
And my mom. Not that he introduced me to my mom, but they together introduced me to Jesus, that life. But it's not always your dad.
What did your dad do?
My dad was a preacher.
Oh, stop.
He preached for 40 years.
I thought I'd just let you get that.
Standing up. And
I'm sure we've talked about it before, but yeah.
Yeah, because he had MS the last 10 years of his life. Well, longer than that. But anyway.
Yep.
Another story. But there's someone in your life that wants to influence you. But here, let's turn that around. You are the person that gets to influence somebody else in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're the person to be able to show, yes, sometimes the alpha chicken, yes, but sometimes the peep. Sometimes it means that we should stay up. Sometimes it means we should get down. And it comes in the 5 of that verse 5, following in the interest of others. But let this mind be in you, which is also Jesus Christ. What would Jesus do?
Mm-hmm.
You've heard that millions of times. You got the bracelet. My goodness, probably a t-shirt. The point is, there are people in our life that influence us for good. Hopefully it's your parents. If it's not, hopefully it's somebody great, someone that's impacted your life, but you have a chance to be that person that influences others with that humility and with that God fearing and that God searching to love and to adore and to share. And so let's keep that in mind too. When we're doing this last show on family, let's make sure that not only are we influencing for good, but we do the influencing as well.
And maybe in the concept of what you see may be the humility that you seek. So you may actually see in these other people that level of being the least little peep and still accomplishing such good things. I mean, I think of my mom because my mom physically she had a lot of challenges as she got older, and she died at 66. So she was very young when she died.
Yeah.
The last few years of her life were really miserable for her. But even then, till very nearly the end, she was writing cards to people. And anybody that's listening to this that knows her from back in the day knows exactly what I'm talking about because they got cards from her.
Yeah, sure.
She's the person I think of when I think of the least little peep, because she wasn't trying to be at the forefront, but she was doing all that she possibly could do. And the least little thing that some people think of, writing a card to somebody, became such a huge thing. And I think of humility, and I don't grasp it very well sometimes. I don't think in my personal life, but she's who I think of.
Right.
And you've Paul's right. There's always, all of you have somebody that's in your life that if you stop and really kind of think about who they are, they represent to you the example that you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about in this world, of course, because Jesus is the perfect example for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
But there's somebody.
That's right.
And there's somebody. It might be somebody within your family, might not be somebody in your family, as Paul said, but there's somebody, and that's who you need to emulate.
And maybe it could be somebody halfway across the world.
Could be.
I mean, just let it be somebody. And I say that because we got a couple of guys that are watching the show right now. Daniel Daup is one of them who has his own podcast here for the Ministry League. That Sunday Morning Drive. You need to watch that. It's short, sweet, and awesome. You need to watch that, and that helps you for your Sunday morning. But also Paul Sampson. Paul, he's watching. Paul, would you please drop? He's a preacher across the world. Would you just put in there? He shared some things with us. The Alpha Chicken is an awesome way of putting forth the Bible concept of humility. He says this is the recurring theme in the life and the teachings of Jesus, who washed his disciples' feet. Mm-hmm. That's neat. That's a really good point there. Yeah. As an example of humble service, of course, who would do that? Who would do that today? That's really neat. The model of leadership is about empowering others, not controlling them. Ooh, I like that a lot. Then he says, and it's driven by love and compassion rather than desire of power.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Paul, jump in. I mean, really good job. Really good job. Let folks know where you're at, Paul. I'd like to know who you are. He didn't have a podcast.
You read that like 5 minutes too early. Because that's like the ending statement, right?
I know. That should have been
it.
it. You should have the last line. But let them know where you're from in here. And if you're watching, say something to us. We have a lot of folks that are watching the show right now, and a couple are making comments. And feel free to do this. That's what this show is about.
Yeah,
we want them to learn from your stuff as well. So, really good stuff there, Paul.
He hits on it. It's interesting because he hit on something. I did our summer series here last week, and the subject matter was having a heart for ministry.
Had a really good speaker too, by the way.
But who? Never mind. So it just struck me as we were thinking about the Alpha Chicken and some of the things that go with it. The humility part of this is really, really significant. And Paul hit on that with his comment about, because I use the example of the washing feet in the lesson only to represent not specifically washing feet, but the representation of the things that we do for others in kind of that service thing that goes with having a heart for ministry. And he's hit on that exactly right here about an example of humble service. Yeah. And that's what that's great. I mean, in the family, out of the family, those are the things that we do. What do you do for your wife that really is just strictly for her good, that makes her happy, that makes her excited, and it doesn't gain you a thing, not one little thing. But, in humility, you go, I don't care about me in this moment.
Right.
But I know this brings her joy.
That's true.
Those kinds of things. And we do that with all sorts of individuals in our lives.
Yeah. And sometimes that's flowers. Sometimes that's a little note in the car before she leaves. I'm thinking about you. Hope you have a great day. That goes a long way. I should do that more. To be honest with you, I should do that more.
Yeah.
We got Christy Boatner who's watching the show. Christy is my cousin. First cousin. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Paul is in Nigeria.
He is. Paul Sampson. He preaches in Nigeria, Africa. Like I said, all across the world. Thank you for doing that. We'll get him on this show sometime. Looks like he's up and at 'em and ready to go. So we'll do that sometime.
Man, let's see. I think they're like 6 hours ahead. So he's probably talking.
Yeah.
Is that 4 o'clock there or 3 o'clock there? He'll tell us in a minute. He'll pop a comment up here. And tell us what time it is.
London is 5.
Yeah, I think when we went to when we were in Tanzania, I think it was 6.
Okay.
But
you'd have a better handle on that.
I don't really remember for sure.
Yeah,
where that time zone lands. But anyway, side topic.
So the whole thing here in bringing this, we should go back and just read what Paul wrote first. But yeah, it's mostly about thinking of others and less of self.
Yeah,
and that's where we're at.
Yeah. 3 p.m. So it's 5 hours.
Okay. So you're there.
5 hours.
Good job.
Well, we appreciate people popping in and
Yeah, that's great.
and doing some comments. I'm glad Paul was out there and really gave us our summary statement 5 minutes ago.
And we go back and forth on the live show versus just recording them and send them out there. Stuff like this makes us want to do the live show.
Yeah.
Because we want you involved. And so thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, the
And
more
it's good to talk to you.
interactive we can get, the better.
So lock it in right around 9:30 every Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time,
That's right.
Georgia time. Then we'll get you.
We'll be rolling. So just remember that first September and
Yeah.
that first Wednesday
We'll be
in
back then.
September. We'll be
For
back
sure.
then. You were going to ask me any closing.
I was
parting
going to see if you got any
comments?
parting things. Talking about the family, finishing this up, rounding this out. We got family on the show watching.
Yeah, I really think it goes back to it just goes back to what Paul Sampson said
Yeah.
to us
Yeah.
in here. And it's just a great summary statement that we should be driven by love and compassion rather than a desire for power in our lives. And if we do that across the board,
Yeah,
we're just going to be better Christians.
absolutely.
Love and compassion.
Thanks for the part of that, brother.
Yeah.
Means so much.
Great parting comment.
And everybody who's in here with us.
Yep.
For Les Sandifer, I am Paul Sperlin. This has been Coffee Conversations with Les and Paul, 30 Minutes for God. Thanks for being with us, and we look forward to being with you in 2 weeks over that next. Thank you for watching Coffee Conversations with Les and Paul, 30 Minutes for God. For Les Sandifer, I'm Paul Sperlin. This has been the show. A big thank you to our sponsors, Piedmont Road Church of Christ. Find them at lifeinchrist.com. Also, ministryleague.com. Find all the resources, the songbook, and everything you need there, and all the podcasts right there at ministryleague.com. And also Citadel Bible Institute at citadelbible.net. Cast your nets to learn how to preach, teach, connect, and do ministry. We hope that you will tune in next week for another installment of Coffee Conversations with Les and Paul. Thank you for being with us, and we look forward to being with you over that next cup of coffee.